Hello YouTube, Test Subject 24 here, currently playing Minecraft, and this is a mod spotlight for the Technic pack, which I've installed for 1.0. The Technic pack makes a lot of changes to your Minecraft, as you can see around me. But first of all, if you look in the top right hand corner, it changes the minimap. The advantage of the new minimap is that you can set waypoints. You press C and you type in a name for the waypoint, and then it will come up. As you can see, there was already one there with a little triangle diamond thing to show you where your waypoint is. If you click here, you can look at your waypoints. I've only got two at the moment: my home and the quarry, which is here. The Minecraft Technic pack also makes a big change to your inventory. You can make different saves, quick saves along here, which you can activate at any time. So rather than having one save on your map, you can have up to 7. You can also turn creative mode on and off, rain on and off. You can set it to sunrise, noon, sunset, midnight, all those times. But the biggest change to your inventory, of course, is all these items over here. You can get any of the items in the game and all the items the Technic pack adds. You can flick through the different pages. It's all ordered by their code, so stone 1, grass 2, and so if you know the code of an item, you can find it much quicker. Right, the Technic pack also adds machines. So this here is a mining well, and this here is a steam engine. Steam engine, you put coal in to power it, and then you flick the lever to set it working. Now that's powering this machine. And as you can see, it's now digging below it, digging all the blocks down below it. However, the blocks are just popping out the top because they have nowhere to go. However, if I put a wooden pipe on top, the items will then flow along that wooden pipe, and then you use stone piping for the rest of it. So these items are then flowing into this chest. Here are some of the new items, such as basalt, copper and ruby, that are added by the Technic pack. Over here you can see I have a quarry. It's powered, like the mining well, by a steam engine, and it's pretty much just a more advanced version of the mining well. It digs in a wider area, but once again all the items just come out of the top and up and along this. Now you see I have all this piping flowing along all the way to these chests over here, and they all flow into this diamond pipe here, this distribution pipe. So in it I have coal coming out of one pipe, all these different ores coming out of another pipe, dirt coming out of another one, and gems like that coming out of the other one. These go into these separate chests, and then I can do what I want with them from the chest. So for example, iron goes into this chest and coal goes into this chest. However, the coal is being pumped straight out by this redstone engine connected to this wooden pipe. It pumps the coal out and through into this electric furnace. So the coal goes in the bottom. Also, the coal is also piped off this way to the generator over here. Here it is. This is an electricity generator. The coal should go in the bottom. Now you see there the piping isn't quite right. So if I remove this a second, here's the generator. You need to build a generator on top of the pipes, so that the coal goes into the bottom of it. You have to make sure that the coal goes into the right place. Here, this is electric cables which attach to the generator and lead to, so the electric furnace is powered by the generator. So I've just realised I don't think I actually need the coal going into this generator, so I'm going to get rid of that, so the coal isn't being piped into here. And I'll take that coal. So I'm just going to put some more coal in the generator, so that's producing more energy. This copper wire is insulated. If the copper wire wasn't insulated, you can get electric shocks from it. Over here, we have solar panels. You can put empty batteries into a solar panel. Just try and find a battery to show you. Here we are. Rechargeable battery. You put a battery in the solar panel and it begins charging it. So anyway, I'll show you what all this setup does actually. So how it works is coal goes in here and gets pumped off to power the generator, and then iron in here, when I activate this engine, is pumped off into this electric furnace. So when the iron arrives, the iron is then smelted into iron bars. The iron bars are then pumped out of the engine into this chest. Then, when I activate this redstone engine, those iron bars are pumped out yet again, all the way over here, to this. This is a macerator. This macerator is also powered by the generator over there, and what it does is, when iron bars, I'll just get some to show you, come in, you put an ingot in it, and it will begin to grind it up. You can also do this directly with the ore, but I'd already got the furnace set up, so I had that already done. Just take those out. You then get dust. Now you see iron dust here comes into the chest. Now the advantage of iron dust is you get 2 iron dust for every iron ingot or iron ore. So that means you can keep getting supplies from it. Now if I change this, say I decided that I didn't want to have the iron ingots going into the macerator, I wanted the iron ore to go straight into it, all I'd need to do is, instead of having it going down into that furnace, I'd have it going through here. I'd get rid of this, you see. I'll activate creative mode so I can fly around. You'd have it coming straight from here into your other pipeline. Get rid of that. So now the iron ore will flow straight into that macerator over there. So that means when I get this dust, I can then put myself a redstone generator on this pipe and activate it, so I can then pump this dust all the way back over here into this electric furnace, and then that furnace will cook the dust, and because you get 2 dust for every 1 iron ore, instead of getting 1 iron ingot, you'll get an extra 2, so therefore you double your iron production. So I decide it's a waste of resources. If you decide it's a waste of resources, just wasting your iron bars like that, you can change it around. Now you see, I think this is having problems because it's overflowing. Too much coal is going into the generator. So you have to be aware of things like that, that things will fill up, and that can cause problems later on. You have to be quite sensible, really, about how you lay out all your different pipelines and stuff, because mine's quite messy and quite easy to get confused and lost and not know what connects to which. But I'm only doing this for this video, so it doesn't really matter. And you see, I can turn that rain off. If I decide I don't want it to rain, I can just press that button and rain off. If I decide it's getting a bit late in the day, I can set it to sunrise. So, and if I also decide that I'm fed up of walking around, I can turn on creative mode and fly around a bit. So you see, that's one of the uses for the Technic pack. You can build things like that, so it's set up so that it will automatically build all that stuff for me. You know, I can just sit back now and it will create these. Now, unfortunately, this is now pumping into the wrong side. I need to get it to pump into the top, which means I need to change that a bit. So that, because this dust is just going straight out, in and straight out, you have to get it pumping into the top so that when it goes into that bit there and cooks it. You can do really complicated things with the Technic pack, but this is pretty simple really compared to what you can do. The electric furnace runs quicker than a normal furnace. It slowly upgrades. For example, there's a furnace and then there's a iron furnace, which just runs on coal but runs quicker, and then there's electric furnace. If you want to produce more electricity, you can make things like nuclear reactors, and you'd use a uranium, which you can find in the ground. But I haven't really had any practice with that, and if you get it wrong, nuclear reactors can explode and destroy things. So I might have a bit of a practice with nuclear reactors, and then do a video showing you how to use nuclear reactors, but if I can't get it figured out, I won't bother, because I won't be much use to you. As you can see here, that's gone green rather than blue, which means that this has reached the bottom as far as it can dig. It's either hit lava or bedrock, and can't dig any further. These are all still going though, so that's alright.